handle booking given that we are prone to so much rain in Seattle? Example, book on a Friday, but hold Saturday if needed, etc. Yeah. What happens if it rains is the question that I get asked the most as a family photographer in Seattle, and actually as just a photographer in general in Seattle. It makes photo shoots in the winter very challenging to find locations, to schedule, also just emotionally, because it's really nice to be able to book a shoot and just follow through and move on with life. And it can be draining to book a shoot and then have to kind of babysit it and make sure that it happens or if it needs to be rescheduled, and totally understand that is definitely a stress. The way I have simplified it and dealt with it, where I'm at a happy place now, is by creating really solid policies. I say to my clients, if it rains, we reschedule, period. Or we have a backup location that is inside, but we're not gonna figure it out last minute. Like, oh, it's raining, can we do something inside instead? Oh, that's just such a stressful situation. It's decided when they book the shoot. It says, we are doing the shoot on this day. If it rains, you have the choice. Would you like to choose a backup location indoors? In which case, what is it? Tell me. Do you want me to come to your house? Do you want me to go to the local library where we have a beautiful open atrium? Or do you want to reschedule? The clients will tell you, I like the indoor option. Let's choose the library. That makes your life so easy, because then you wake up on the morning of the shoot and you're like, whoa, it's raining cats and dogs. I know I'm going to the library. You don't have to talk to the client. You still send a message to confirm, like, hey, we're doing plan B, going to the indoor location. But you don't have to figure something out last minute. It's decided ahead of time. No stress. And if they said they want to reschedule because they really want to do photos outside, then you can also have, I don't usually reschedule a second day because you don't know what the weather's going to be. So in that case, the text message that goes out is, it's raining, let's reschedule. I will send you an email with the date options. So rescheduling happens on the day of the rescheduled shoot, so that we can look at the forecast and we choose the next available day. So it's like, oh, it looks like Saturday will be dry. Would you like to do that day? Another reason why it's so cool to ask the clients that question, would you like to reschedule or would you like a backup indoor location? Is because as a photographer, I found it really stressful trying to assume what the client wanted. Like, I would get worried thinking, they booked their shoot today, it's raining, I could suggest an indoor location, but if they agree to do that, but they really wanted outdoor photos, maybe I'm leading them in a direction they don't really want to go in, but they think they should. Or if I tell them we should reschedule, but they really want to do indoor photos, but I don't, and I'm trying to make them wait for next weekend, but they're perfectly happy to do it this weekend. It was just a lot of guessing what the other person wanted, and it was not fun. So it's business, and happy clients is all about setting expectations. So from day one, the conversation is tackling problems ahead of time. From day one, it's if it rains, this one or this one. And then when the day comes, it's so nice to just text my client and just be like, hey, we're rescheduling. I don't have to worry about if they're okay with rescheduling. They knew this was an issue. This is mainly, the biggest problem here is when you do mini sessions. If you just have one photo shoot and it needs to be rescheduled, that's not the worst. But if you have 2, 3, 4 photo shoots in one day and they all need to be rescheduled, it's kind of like a bowling ball or a pool table. You've got these shoots lined up and then the rain comes and it scatters them. Because you had 3 or 4 families who were all available for photo shoots on the same day. But when it comes to rescheduling, they might all need to reschedule on different days. So you're taking what was a consolidated photo shoot experience and it's getting turned into 4 separate photo shoots. That is the worst. That is so annoying. It's a time loss, a money loss. It's a scheduling nightmare. So in that situation, I have implemented the indoor backup location again, saying these mini shoots are at this park. If it rains, these mini shoots are taking place at this indoor location. Only sign up for these mini shoots if you are okay with either of these options, because we are not rescheduling. And then it's also just safer to do mini sessions in the seasons or the locations where it's guaranteed. Like we've got 3 weeks of solid sunshine promised to us. Now's the time to do mini sessions. Also, since it rains so much in Seattle, indoor photo shoots are something that you can learn how to work with and how to love them. There's a handful of cool indoor locations scattered around the city, like the Seattle Public Library, the Volunteer Park Conservatory. Those are the two that are like the most probably trendy to use. There's the Olympic Sculpture Park, the Sam Art Museum. You can also go to smaller places like little coffee shops, little bookstores, do like a cute little hipster photo shoot with it. You can go to undercover areas at parks, which I don't like doing, but it's an option. Ideally, I like doing them inside people's homes, because the beauty of doing photo shoots outside is that you have the huge nature, the scenery, and the problem with doing them inside is that you can sometimes just feel like you're invading a bookstore and everyone has to be quiet, and they're kind of like, this isn't really a place that this family hangs out. It's not really meaningful for them. Hence why doing the photos in their home can bring back that personal feeling, that personal touch of, this is their living room. This is where they hang out. This is where they actually have their real memories. So, yeah. On that note though, you can ask them if they have a place they like to go to. There might be a coffee shop that they always go to. I did this with a family this last summer. They were about to move to a new city. So before they did that, they had me come over and take photos of them in their house, in their garden, and then we all went to their favorite coffee shop that they go to all the time. And we took photos of them sitting at the coffee shop, because it's actually something that's a special memory for them. So sometimes that works out. And it was raining that day, so they took umbrellas and walked to the coffee shop, and I photographed that whole thing. So you can make it work, but I think the main lesson is to not get stressed about it, because I used to get stressed when the email would come in and I'd be like, oh my God, they're raining, they're asking about rescheduling. I hate this question. So creating really strong policies of just, we reschedule, choose an indoor location. I recommend going to your house or a special place. Problem solved. Then you can just give them that answer and you don't have to come up with a new answer every time. And usually that's the most stressful, draining part, is coming up with a new answer. It's extra thinking that you don't have to do. And so if you notice that you have to answer the same question all the time, that means it's worth sitting down, figuring out one answer that you're going to give to everybody. So for Seattle photographers, how you handle the rain needs to become a policy for you and your company.